Good afternoon. So, good evening sa inyo. Hindi ko pa napagod. Medyo taksin. Tokso ko. I hope magigising kayo lahat. My talk is the continuation of the first talk. What is God like? One day, a young boy asked his father, "How big is God?" The father points to the sky and says, "See that airplane up there?" The son said, "It's tiny." And the father brought him to the airplane terminal. And in front of the 747 jumbo jet, he asked again his son, "How big is the plane?" He said, "That it's huge." So that's how it is, our God. At a distance, it seems small, even negligible. But the more closer get to Him, it becomes big and it becomes beautiful in our life. Right? So, today, we ask, what is God like? I believe the answer depends on how close we are willing to come. Because the closer we move toward Him, the clearer, bigger, and more beautiful He becomes. Right? You know, talk like this. The first time I heard who is Jesus Christ, I fall in love with our God. From then on, I started searching Him not only on the internet, but I started reading the Bible. Falling in love, we became intimate and I discovered more and more of Him every day. We become best friends. We become very intimate. So, I realized that even I lost everything, as long as I have God, I have everything. So if you want to know what is God like, we look at Jesus. Let me share how my journey has led me to discover His fullness, starting what is visibility teaching and going deeper as I have experienced Him personally. So we will start with general siguro. Who is Jesus? Who is He? God is spirit, not flesh and bone, pure, holy, invisible, the source of all goodness, justice, and life. In my own life, I have seen His invisible hands guiding me. When I asked God for wisdom, He gave me insomnia. I could not sleep for years. Just 2 hours napping each night before school. But strangely, I never get sick. I used those long silent nights to study. That is how Awa, a student who took 7 years to finish high school, became a full university scholar. And when I finally graduated, the insomnia vanished, just like a miracle. When I prayed for a house, God shut down the company where my wife and I were working. But instead of luck, He brought us to Saudi Arabia, where we earned enough. Back then, I was a licensed chemical engineer, running a fully automated reverse osmosis plant in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. But honestly, I have no clear career direction. Then God led me down an unexpected path. I started learning on my own, no formal training, and somehow became a web developer and IT consultant. And what you believe, I ended up as the only MVP, most valuable programmer or ISP designer in all Asia. That was the rapid development tool we used, and we still use it today, even though the company behind it has long shut down. God really knows how to write plot twists. When I was deeply struggling with life direction, He led me to the PCBP community like this. God reveals Himself through Jesus Christ. Whoever has sent me has sent the Father. That's in John 14 verse 9. Jesus, the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. That's in Colossians 1 verse 15. And in one verse, He proclaimed boldly that I and the Father are one. That's in John 10 verse 30. He emptied Himself, taking the form of a slave, coming in human likeness. You know He is God. Jesus came closest when I was in my weakest. During the pandemic, I lost everything. All my bread and butter clients were hit. No income, no projects, but He stood by me. He was there when I had to immediately feed and care for my wife, Jane, every 2 hours. She was bedridden for 9 months, having lupus, Parkinson's, and a 5.5 brain tumor. I have no sleep, no complaints, only grace. I never stopped loving. And when I had nothing left, God helped me out. In that darkness, I didn't just survive. I discovered what it means to be carried by God. Wala. Everything is wala. But you know, hindi ako pinahirapan. Hindi ako naka-experience ng financial problem. You know, during that kind of instance, your wife is sick. You know, pag ikaw ay wala ka rin pera, minsan mauuna ka pa mamatay. Di ba? God's plan. Next. God created us for relationship. We sinned, but He pursued us. We turned away, but He promised and gave us Savior. I did not always walk closely with him. I used to be proud, self-made, hardened by stress and work. But he melted me down through the talks and sharings in the PCBB. During PCLB, I was like a candle that melted in shade. Sabi niya, ang yakang-yakang ngayon. Ang dami yung sinasabi, parang talagang magaling ka. Parang kada sabi ni Brad Tigoy na, parang ikaw talaga ito. And then, was reshaped by His Word and love. My real second chance came when I hit rock bottom. Through burnout, cancer, and grief. That's where God met me. Not to fix the old, but to build something new. With deeper faith, clearer purpose, in a heart ready to serve. God's covenant with Abraham shows He doesn't forget His promise. After serving as chapter head in the PCBB, I was diagnosed with colon cancer. And after surviving, I had another cancer at the base of my tongue. It came just after I had begun to grow spiritually. But Lord had prepared me to face the real extent of faith. Even while I was undergoing treatment for cancer at the base of my tongue, I continued to serve. I believe then, and still do, that sickness must not stop service. Only that can. And even that, it's in God's hand. So when I was asked to be our senior panay, I said yes, even in the middle of my cancer battle. You know, during my time, sabi nila, yes, si Mr. Yes ako. Yes na yes sa lahat ng PCBB service. And this time, actually the S is whispering me. Kasi sabi ko doon, kasi wala akong mahanap na paraan. Mag-isip na dahilan para magsabi ng no. Sabi ni S, this time you have already all the reason to say no. May sakit ka. But I still said yes. God's love. For God so loved the world, and I will paraphrase this from John 3:16. God's love wasn't just words. He gave His only Son not to condemn us, but to save us. Anyone who believes in Him isn't lost. They gain eternal life. The love was real during helpless nights in hospital bed. When Jane was critically ill, I had no steady income, no rest. Yet God supplied everything as needed. Generous hearts from relatives, friends, most especially the PCBB families. Widely showed up with meals, financial help, and constant prayers. We never lacked. God never left. Even in the silence and suffering, I knew I was sick. Even the hairs on your head are counted. It's enough, 12%. So walang nangyayari sa buhay natin kahit maliit na hindi alamin. Love came through people, He said. Sabi kanina, pag may tinanim, may aanihin. Pag marami kang tinanim, marami ka rin aanihin. God is righteous. He is just. Evil will not win, but he is also merciful. He lets the poor. When the woman caught in adultery, the Pharisees and Sadducees presented to Jesus, and he said, "This woman was caught in actual act of adultery. According to the law of Moses, she must stone to death." But what Jesus said then, just write something on the floor and said, "Any one of you who did not sin, throw the first stone." And all of them left, starting from the elder. So what Jesus said to him, "I neither condemn you, but go and sin no more." I experienced Islamic correction. He didn't embarrass me. He redirected me, not through punishment, but through tough love. Through setbacks and sickness, God slowly peeled off layers of pride I didn't even know I had. My illness wasn't a punishment. It was His way of repurposing me. He taught me humility, real service, and compassion. Not from the stage, but from a sick bed, a quiet prayer corner, in moments of total surrender. And when I was ready, He sent me out again. This time with more heart like this. The absence of God. Next slide. What happens if God is absent? The world is broken, chaos. There is no order. There is war, suffering, loss. People are fearful, rebellious, and evil-minded. Before joining PCDP, I lived as though I didn't need Him. I chased success and status, but it led me to burnout, emptiness, and fear. When I surrendered to God, everything changed. From pride to prayer, from control to obedience, from empty work to meaningful service. Looking back at Jane's condition, I truly thought I had lost everything. It was the pandemic. Many were dying, and Jane was slowly slipping away. My body was breaking down, and I couldn't understand why. But even in the silence, in that silence, God was not absent. He was waiting to be invited back into every corner of my soul. And just before my body gave up, He took Jane gently, mercifully, and I saw that His timing was perfect. Few days before Jane was taken away, Jane cannot no longer speak. It seemed that she was trying to hold my hand and tell something. Maybe he's trying to tell me that I want to go. And at that time, my BP is already 92 over 56. So maybe it takes more weight, baka ako na rin may buligan. So na perfect talaga for time doing that. So what does God say My thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways, not your ways. That's in Isaiah 55 verse 89. We chase success, health, answers, but often forget the source. In John 15 verse 5, apart from me, you can do nothing. I am the branches, you are the vine. Unless you stay with me, you will not bear fruit. God did not just restore my health. He rebuilt my life. He gave me joy again. He gave me gin. Thank you, Lord. A new companion, a new chapter, a new reason to serve and smile. Not a replacement, but a gift after serving. Where are we? Anyway, mga ano na yan eh. The truth of the talk is here. God doesn't just want admirers. He wants sons and daughters. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Today, I don't just believe in God. I walk with Him. I talk to Him. He is my best friend. Always within reach. Just up on the shoulder. I tap Him on the shoulder anytime. I cry to Him when I hurt. I thank Him when I rejoice. Then I go back to doing my best without fear. I can always feel the joy of His great favor. That's the very important things. The moment I wake up, I can already feel it. It does make my whole day complete. Now at 17, I am stronger in body and spirit than ever before. Because I wake up with prayer, with gratitude, with purpose, because I walk with a God who walks with me. Now God is inviting you. God is not distant. He is knocking. He invites you not into religion, but into relationship. Let go of self-reliance. Let go of chasing what fades. Let Him be your Father, your friend, your healer. Let Him write your story. Now, this is a great challenge. Brothers and sisters, if you are struggling today, even now, feeling lost, even now, or broken, even now, I challenge you. Open your heart to Jesus. Spend quiet time with Him daily. Read His Word and let it read you. Join a caring, Christ-centered community like ECBP. I'm happy you are already here. Start small, one prayer, one act of faith, one surrender at a time. Don't wait for crisis to discover His love. Respond now. Say to Him today, Lord, I want to know You. Walk with me. He is already near. Just open the door of your heart. Now, let's go back. What is God like? He is not always predictable, but He is always present. He doesn't always answer the way I expect, but He always gives what I truly need. He breaks, He molds, He restores, shaping us into better husbands, better wives, better servants, better witnesses. So if you're asking what is God like, I will tell you what happened. He is my best friend, always near. Teaches in unexpected ways. He closes door to open better ones. He surrounds us with people who care. Strengthen us through suffering. Sorry to tell you, my brothers and sisters, walang kahit isa sa atin na makakalagpas ng suffering. Wala pa akong narinig na tao na hindi nag-suffer hanggang mamatay. Whether physical, spiritual, or emotional. Yung iba hindi mo makikita, nasa sa loob. He restores and renews us even after we have hit rock bottom. Above all, God is love. Thank you, and to God be all the glory.